I've been wanting to do more comic book reviews, and after looking back on my I Saw 1 video, I've noticed that there is some ways I could improve, and one of the reasons I haven't made one after that one was because I feel like everything that I have actually read would kind of been like done to death to do a review on, but this one I'm going to be reviewing today is going to be Irredeemable. Let's do a good thumbnail shot. But I'm going to just set a few parameters, which will be in my new comic book videos on reviews that I do. I'm going to classify any particular thing that I review in 3 categories. It's going to, like, based on what kind of reader you are, if you would be interested in this. If you're a new reader, you'd like it. I'll have a new readers category, somebody who is into comic books category, and something that only like a huge nerd would like me. Irredeemable is basically like, it's a world where the most powerful superhero basically turns evil, and that's it. And that's just the premise of it. It gets pretty dark later on, and I personally would say that this is something you should read if you're into comic books, because this has a few alienating moments, some that even made me uncomfortable, that I feel like would kind of make someone, if this was the first thing that they read, kind of shy away from comic books as a medium. I have this big softcover edition. Just a little tidbit. If you are going to get this, do not get the softcover edition unless they do like a new printing or something, because the binding on this was really weak, and whenever I would open it all the way, the pages would be like coming off. I ended up Gorilla Gluing the pages back to the spine, but this was the first time I had ever done any like sort of spine maintenance on any sort of book, so it's not very good. And like the pages are uneven if you can look closely, like you can see them like going up and down on here, and it kind of looks like crap. For that reason alone, don't get this version unless they do a new printing. Let me see what printing this one is actually, just so you know. This is the, I don't actually know where to look for something like that, but there are some numbers on the back. It says ISBN 9781684155460. So I guess if it's that one, then don't get it. But the point is, this story's really good. If you're into comic books, I would recommend it. I'll try not to spoil too much, but imagine like someone with the powers of Superman, basically. They don't work the same way as Superman's do, but it's like similar, basically. And sort of the ramifications of what someone whose life would be like if they actually had those powers. Like, for instance, the main character in Irredeemable, he can barely like touch people because he might hurt them because he's so freaking strong. So like he barely has any physical contact, but he's human just like everyone else. Like he wants to feel loved, but he never feels loved by anyone because he always has a massive risk of killing them by accident. So and whenever he turns evil, it's basically just like a combination of all that pent up stuff over time, all getting unleashed at once, and that's where our story starts off. I would give this about a 7 out of 10. Anything that's like 5 or above means I liked it, and I'd probably read it again. 7, I like this. I was actually planning on rereading it again recently, and that's what actually made me want to do this video on it. But I give it overall 7 out of 10. I wouldn't recommend it as your first read, but if you're into comic books, then I definitely recommend picking it up. Not in this format though, because the binding is going to break. That's it. See ya.